If you're mixed with black and white, you're often questioned, oh, which one of your parents is black, which one of your parents white, and then they're going to have the excuse to mistreat you because of that. Before we get started, please follow my videos, since I realize that people who watch my videos, not all of them are subscribed, so please subscribe to my videos so you can follow for more. Let's get started. A lot of people, especially in a black community, I would say in the African American community, that they will get upset if you, for example, like if they find out you have a white mom, and they gonna use that as an excuse to mistreat you because they already have a stereotype that you're better than them, that you're not educated about your African American history, which reality, that's a huge stereotype, and they're not realizing that there are prejudice against mixed people. A lot of people who are delusional go by stereotypes. Not a lot of delusional people, but yeah, a huge following. For example, like I remember how one girl, she said how when she told people that, yeah, her mom is white, she already getting mistreated and criticized. As if, like, first of all, I'm gonna let you know right this, that just because someone has a white mom doesn't mean that they're the villain. That doesn't mean that they don't teach your kids African American history stuff. Can it happen? Yes, but that's not always the case. Because since we taken that into consideration, I know a lot of black moms because I have worked with kids and taught kids whose mom was black, who didn't know how to take care of their daughter's hair, just like the quote unquote stereotypical white moms who didn't know how to who vice versa, because you know how when they say, oh, when you have a white mom, she's going to tell you that you're better than everyone. I actually seen black moms that told their daughters like, oh, well, you know, you're not going to see as pretty because you're dark skinned. Why would you tell your child that? You're supposed to raise your child's confidence, not belittle it. And also too, they sometimes subconsciously actually seen this, where they be like oh, well, you know, she's better than you because she's light skinned, or, well, you know, she's acting like that because she's light skinned. When in reality, that's not the case. So I realize a lot of people act like their people are better, but in reality, you can be just as bad. And also too, I already made this video about how people criticize a white mom and black dad family, but don't criticize a black mom and white dad family. But also too, I think it's kind of weird though that how many people don't take into consideration that, like, I think it's kind of weird when people be like, oh, well, we accept your white dad because he must love the African American community. Like, we know he's a black king, quote unquote. I'm just thinking, like, I know so many stories, and it's out there on the news too, where black men who got with white men, who had children with white men, that still mistreated them. And sometimes they still racist even though they got with them. So I think it's kind of weird how they prove with the white dad, but they don't prove with the white mom. That's saying that, like, don't get me wrong, because, like, I know some mixed people, like, I saw one mixed person in my comment section that said, oh, that happened to me. Yes, I am not, ignoring your story, but I hate the stereotype because it's not always the case. Because I've seen plenty of mixed children who have a white dad who's mistreated, who ignore their culture, who just as horrible as they describe a white mom. Also too, I think it's kind of weird, but back to why they want a reason to hate you. A lot of black people do not like mixed people. I'm not gonna say all, because not obviously not all, but I'm going to stop saying not all, just the fact that I think we could all kind of gather what I'm talking about here. But it just said, why do you have the sense to ask someone which one of the parents is white or black? Like, why it doesn't matter. And some people are like, oh, well, your parent raised you like this, so that means you're a horrible person. You just want an excuse, because if that's the case, a lot of people And I have met a lot of mixed people where they lie about which like mom or dad are white, and they realize they treat you better because their mom was black. Because I feel like the weird thing, especially in the African American community, is that if your mom's black, that means you're black, and that makes sense. And I'm just sitting here like, that's not always the case. And I realized you're gonna be hated either way, but they just want a reason to hate you. Because I heard that in the African American community where they said that, oh, well, your mom is mostly there taking care of you, so it's her responsibility to teach you how to take care of your hair, to learn you about your culture. And I'm just like, okay, we know that, but there's plenty of stories as to of that I hear and seen where black parents don't teach your child any of that. I seen a lot of, like, I seen it a lot. So before you go criticize a mixed child that's has nothing to do with your stereotype idea, you should know that it happens on both sides. It's more like a person issue rather than a white issue. But also too, with that being said, a lot of them have a vendetta against them, not only because that, like, how they think that if that your mom teach you that you're better, and what's I call it, that you're basically like you feel that you think you're better than them, if that makes sense. Because I've been low-key on the internet, been looking at the ambiguous black people's section of how them talking about mixed people and how they describe in the worst place possible. But I realized that a lot of them already just don't like mixed people, period. They just want an excuse. But with those excuses, I know I keep running in circles with this, I'm so sorry, is that they think you have promixity to whiteness, if that makes sense. That's the words I'm trying to find. Because like you're half white, so they think that you just have promixity to whiteness. So basically you're too white to hang out with them, you know. They think you have a next step up, and they think because they think that you had the next step up, they think your head is bigger than them, meaning your ego, I'm sorry, like you're better than them. Also too, with that being said, that yeah, that's what I've noticed so far, and what I gathered from, if you try to say like oh yeah, my mom is white, they automatically assume. I feel like, and especially in African American community, whoever your mom is, that's what your race is, which is the weirdest thing ever. Or they going by your stereotype of what your mom is. If that makes sense. Like she would, like your mom's black, she would teach you about your culture, teach you how to do your hair and whatnot. I seen it happen multiple times, too many times, where it's the other way around, or happen on both sides, or it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's disgusting. And I really do feel bad for mixed people who either have to lie or feel like, though, that why do I have to answer this question for me to be accepted? You should just accept me, because if I'm not mistaken, a lot of African Americans say that they accept mixed people, but at the exact same time you don't. Anyways, this is all I wanted to do for this video. I'm so sorry I ran around in circles. Oh my goodness, I was running around in circles with this whole video. Anyways, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Tell me, have you ever had to answer that question before? Do you get tired answer that question? Do you say it doesn't matter? Let me know. Comment down below, like and subscribe for some more. Bye, Exotical Barbies.